Yo, what up guys, OPTCG here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do none other than Rebecca. This leader cannot attack, activate main once per turn, rest 1 Don in your cost area. If you have 6 or less cards in your hand, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, reveal up to 1 Dressrosa type and add it to your hand, then trash the rest. So yeah, the meta-ish leader from the OPO4 set. Finally, we have Rebecca. This is a really difficult leader to master because it cannot attack, and that is really huge actually. But yeah, the deck definitely makes up for the leader not attacking it. So yeah, let's go right into the deck profile. So for our 1 costs, we play of course 4 times the Rebecca Searcher. So this is just your 1 cost Searcher which you can play. Look at the 3 cards on the top of your deck, reveal 1 Dressrosa type card other than Rebecca and add it to your hand, then trash the rest. So yeah, this deck almost trashes everything you search, but don't be wary, we need trash. And then for our next 1 costs, we play 4 times Leo. So I really like Leo, good card. Doesn't counter 1 cost, 2k power. On play, you may rest your leader. If your leader has the Dressrosa type, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, then trash 2 cards from top of your deck. So all the cards in Rebecca, they only KO 1 or less, so be mindful of that. But yeah, you can definitely combo this off with cards we have in the deck later. And then for our next 1 costs, it's Gyat. Gyat is also a 2k counter. So you don't really want to play this card unless you don't have access to the stage. But on play, up to 1 of your Dressrosa type characters can attack active characters during this turn. So basically you just give some character this skill and then you can just attack if you don't have the stage, which the stage lets you do it. But yeah, good card, 2k counter, you want to use it for the counter mostly, and then just find the stage. For our 2 costs, we only play 2 times Idio. Idio is our blocker, it's our least expensive blocker in the deck, so you run 2 and it's searchable. Or if you want it, you can put 3 dons under it and attack for 5. But yeah, why would you do that? And then for our best card in the deck, well, I mean, it's a really good card. It is Kiros, which I definitely have to get altered. But yeah, Kiros is your bread and butter of the deck. If this, if this character would be KO'd, you may rest your leader or a stage instead, so it has protection. On play, if your leader is Rebecca, KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less, then trash 1 card from the top of your deck. So yeah, like I said, everything KOs 1 or lower, but this is saved by the leader and by the stage, so even if they attack with it, so if you have this rested, they attack with 7, you can just rest your leader or your stage to protect it. So also from KO effect, so like if they play a Kuzan or a Sakazuki, I mean, they can just KO it, but it says protected if you can rest it. And if you can't rest it, then it will die. For our 3 costs others, we play 4 times Barto. So Bartholomew is our 2k counter, but also it functions as a blocker. But yeah, it's expensive, so probably I want to use Idio, but yeah, this definitely comes up. Always play your blockers. And then for our non-Dressrosa cards, we only play 3 times Tashigi. So we play Tashigi because if you don't have access to your Orlumbus, you can still use her effect. Because it's still a 3 cost 4k 2k counter. Activate main, you may rest this character, give up to 1 of your opponent's characters, minus 2 cost during this turn. So you can combo this off with Kiros or with Leo, but if you don't find Orlumbus, you play this, but remember you want to use it for the counter. And then for our 4 costs, we play 4 times Orlumbus. This card is insane. This card is so good with Kiros and with Leo. Oh my god. It's a 4 cost, 5k, 1000 counter. Activate main once per turn. Give up to 1 of your opponent's characters minus 4 cost during this turn. And then trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Then KO up to 1 of your Dressrosa type characters. So yes, you have to KO something, but if you have a Searcher, if you have a dead card on the field, you can just use its effect, KO the dead card from yourself, give something minus 4. Or if you have the Kiros, you can KO the Kiros, but then you use the stage and then they use the leader, so it cannot die, so you have still 2 bodies on the field. Well, this should KO something. But yeah, never attack with this card unless you can protect it. You also want to keep this card just alive, so you can just spam its effect. But yeah, this with Kiros and with Leo. Mwah, chef's kiss. And now for our 5 costs. So sadly, I don't own a playset yet, so I'm just gonna do this. You play 4 times Sabo. This card is really good in this deck. Why? Because it's a 5 cost, 6k, it's a 1000 counter, it's a blocker, And its effect is, on play, none of your characters can be KO'd out by effects until the start of your next turn. Then draw 2 cards and then trash 2 cards. So basically this filters your hand, and your deck will not die against black or the mirror matches because they cannot be KO'd out. So yeah, really good card. I have 1 regular and I need 2 more. But yeah, I pulled this one for my 4 boxes. 5 boxes. Oh boy, is my camera dying? I should have charged it more. But yeah, Sabo, if you have dead cards in the hand, just discard them, draw 2 more. So we play a lot of evens, so yeah, you want to play those evens actually 1 time. But if you have enough in your hand, you can just discard it with this, or get some counters. And then for our 7 costs, we play, of course, 4-time Luffy. Sadly, I only also own 2. But yeah, this card is insane. Let's read it together. 7 cost, 7k, no counter. This character can also attack active characters, active main. Once per turn, you may return 7 cards from the trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Set this card as active, then this character will not become active during your next revive phase. Mouthful. But yeah, basically this card can attack 2 times in 1 turn, but it has to stay rested in the next turn then. So primarily, you want to combo this with a stage. So the stage can give your characters rush, like a pseudo rush. They can only attack the characters and not leaders, so don't forget that. So if you have this and the stage, you can just attack, clear boards, use the effect, restand it, and then don't use it effect again unless you can KO. So you want to use swing, use the effect, put it back in active, and then just chill, because it will get focused and it will get definitely be owned. But yeah, this is your entire win con of the deck, because you want to use the King Kong gun and then just KO them. And then for our 10 costs, we play 2 times Kuzan. So I am really a fan of Kuzan, because why? If you have Orlumbus on the field and this, or if you have this and Orlumbus on the field, and then you can just KO anything with your cards, because this gives -5. Your turn, give your opponent's characters -5 cost. On play, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a 5 cost or less, or for the cost of 0 or less. So if you play this Orlumbus next turn, you have a -5, -4, and what's that? That's 1, and all your cards can KO 1 costs. So this is really good, and this won't get owned by Katakuri and Kaido and Mihawk. Still, Red Rock exists, but yeah, everything in your deck is really bad against that. So you need the card. For our 4 1-cost events, we play the Colosseum. So this Colosseum, read the card, please. A lot of people think this gives rush. It doesn't. If your leader has the Dressrosa type, your Dressrosa type characters can attack characters on their turn which they are played. So this gives rush, but only against characters, not against leaders. So if I see you attacking a leader thinking this has rush, then bad play. Then we play 4 times King Kong gun. King Kong gun is your most insane card in the entire deck. It's a 3-cost main. Up to one of your Dressrosa type characters gains 6000 power during this turn. Then you have 15 or more cards in your trash. This card gains double attack. And then trigger is draw 3 cards, trash 2 cards from your hand. So this is your end game. If you just put this on the Luffy, you will hit for 13k, double attack. Or if you do more, you hit for more, of course. But also, if you have multiple Kiros on the field, you just give 1 to Kiros, give 1 to Kiros, give 1 to Kiros. Then you can just swing 3 times for 6 life, because double attack. Really good card, and you swing 2 times 11. And then for our last card, we play only 3 times 3000 Worlds. It's the best blue card in the deck. The only blue card in our deck we run, actually. Main, place up to one of your opponent's 5 cost or less at the bottom of your opponent's deck. So you can combo this off with Orlumbus or with Kuzan, so you can bottom deck everything. And then trigger is place up to 1 character with a cost of 3 or less at the bottom of your opponent's deck. So yeah, this was the build for me for Rebecca. You can definitely change the 10 cost Kuzan if you want to. It's a flex spot, so you can add Red Rock, you can add whatever you want. But I think this leader definitely has good matchups in this meta. I think one was into top 8, I don't remember, or he got smoked out before that. But yeah, really hard leader to play. If you can master this, you will be a good player. If you can't master this, you'll be a bad player. This deck is really, really difficult. Not for the faint-hearted or for the new tryers, only for some experienced players. But yeah, guys, let me know if you liked the deck profile. Leave a like if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe to see more content. And that's it. Next video will definitely be Blue Purple Crocodile, Mono Crocodile, or something else blue. But yeah, that's it for me. See you guys in the next video. Peace.